and welcome back to Bedtime Stories with Bee. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, today's story is especially for Indy. So hello Indy, and thank you very much for requesting a book. I've never read this book before, so I'm very excited to share it with you all now. Is that okay? It's called The Mushroamers and the Strange Sound. What could it be about? Shall we see? Is this one of your favourite books, Indy? Now, if you buy the book, it tells you a little bit about all the different characters and what they like doing. But I'm going to jump straight into the story and save that for you to go and investigate by yourself. It was early in the morning and everything was still. The forest dozed, all eyes were closed and slumbering until... Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. What a noise! And what a funny sound! What could it be? It shook each tree and rumbled all around. I wonder what it could be. Can you do that sound with me? Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Any guesses what it might be? Let's have a look. Willow jumped out of her bed and rushed towards the door. "Wake up," she said. "Please leave your bed. Let's go out and explore." Fern gave her sleepy eyes a rub, and with an excited glee, she gave a grin. What is that din? Whatever could it be? So Willow and Fern are very excited to go and explore. Ash felt scared and shook his head. The sound felt very near. It could be beasts with pointy teeth. So I think I'll stay here. But then the noise was heard again. Ash quickly changed his mind. He raced outside. "Hang on," he cried. "Don't leave me behind." So he's a little bit scared to go, but he also doesn't want to be left by himself when that noise is going on. Can you do it with me again? Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Deep into the forest copse walked Willow, Fern and Ash, so quietly. Then suddenly there came a mighty crash. What could that sound be now? Can you do a big crash with me? Crash! Ash had fallen. What a sight! Sprawled out on the floor. He caught his boot upon a root. His knees were feeling sore. Ooh, it's very painful when you fall over, isn't it? "We'll look around," said Willow, "so Ash can rest his knees." Fern took a look inside her book. "Let's learn the names of trees." So he's fallen over. Can you say, "Ouch"? And now they're going to have a little rest and learn some of the trees around them. An oak comes from an acorn. Its wood is very strong. The leaves are round, fall to the ground when winter comes along. So they're looking at this huge oak tree. And you find acorns from an oak tree. Give me a thumbs up if you found any acorns this year yet. There's some of them lying around. If you go and find some oak trees, you'll find lots of acorns around them. A beech tree's leaves are oval. Its bark is smooth and grey. Gives mini beasts delicious feasts and somewhere safe to stay. So then we've got a beech tree, and that's good for the mini beasts to hide in and to live in. How good is that? Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. There's the sound. It made Ash's terror grow. "We must find out what it's about," called Willow. "Let us go." They travelled on in silence, each wondering what they'd find. A goblin? A bear? Or a monster's lair? They hoped it would be kind. So it could be anything. Have you got any more guesses about what you think the sound might be? Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Interesting. Let's see if we find out any more. Then suddenly a different sound, a twittering was heard. Tweets and cheeps and chirps and peeps. A nest of noisy birds. Do you have any idea what type of bird those are? Shall we have a look? Because I think we might find out on the next page. Willow looked into the sky and said, "Oh, they're so sweet. I wish I knew the names of you and what you like to eat." Fern took out her special book and said, "It's good to know the names of birds and special words. It helps our minds to grow." So she's got her special book all about nature, and she's going to look what those birds might be called. Look at the green woodpecker. It thinks ants taste so good. Its tongue is long, its beak is strong to make deep holes in wood. So these are woodpeckers, and they like to eat ants by the looks of it. Can you get your woodpecker beak and go peck, 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 peck? Because they also like to make holes in trees, don't they? Peck, 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 peck. But that's not the sound they heard, was it? And there we see a bullfinch. These birds can be quite shy. Short, strong beaks with pinkish cheeks. They bring colour to the sky. So here we've got the bullfinch. Wow! Can you do some tweeting? Tweet, 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 tweet. But they're not the ones making that sound that we heard before, are they? No. Then they heard that dreadful sound. Ash hid behind the tree. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Please make it stop. It's really scaring me. Can you make a scared face? Willow, Fern and nervous Ash were getting very near. Joining with the sound. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. It sounded louder here. Do you think they've got even closer? It's coming from that hole, said Fern. Ash whispered, should we hide? They slowly stepped, and up they crept to bravely peek inside. Do you think you'd look inside that cave? Or do you think you'd want to hide? Oh, I don't know what I would do. And there was Mr. Badger, asleep upon the floor. That dreadful din came straight from him. A noisy badger snore. Oh, there we go. It's the badger snoring. Grr, pop, pop. Grr, pop, pop. It's a funny way of snoring, isn't it? The Mushroamers laughed when they found out that it was Mr. Badger making the noise. Badgers are nocturnal. This means that they are awake at night and asleep during the day. They build dens called sets. Sometimes badgers like to live on their own, and sometimes they live with other badgers. Mr. Badger probably needed to live on his own with all that snoring going on. Phew! It wasn't a scary beast, it was their friend Mr. Badger. There are so many exciting things outside, ready to be explored and adventures to be had. So next time you go outside, keep your eyes open for signs of wildlife. You don't have to go far. You can just be an adventurer in your own back garden. And sometimes it is very exciting to explore your own back garden, isn't it? But if you've got a forest or anything else nearby, go and enjoy that too. Even if it's raining, ask a grown-up to take you out. Then you can go and find puddles to splash in, muddy bits to dig in, and then you can come home and have a wash, can't you? Might find some exciting things, just like the Mushroamers did. You might see oak trees or birch trees, bullfinches or woodpeckers. There's so much to see, isn't there? Thank you very much, Indy, for suggesting that story. It's a really good one, and it's lovely to have all the extra information isn't in there. And if you get yourself your own copy, some of the words that we've read are in here, and they explain them all in the back as well. How useful is that? Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy listening to the rest of my stories. And guess what? I'll see you again soon.